Hello and welcome to this week's vlog from Maddisons. Well, Rightmove came out with their house price data index. What's been going on so far in the last month? Always really interesting reading. They certainly have their finger on the pulse of what buyer activity is like and some really interesting statistics. They said the average asking prices of properties coming to market has gone up a record 2.4% higher than what happened in March pre-lockdowns. Of course, back in March, we didn't know coronavirus lockdown was on the way. Prices up 2.4% and 3.7% annual rate of increase, the highest since December 2016. Year on year, buyer inquiries are up 75% since the start of July, and 44% of new listings that came to sale in the first month after the English market reopened on the 13th of May have already been marked as sale agreed. And compare that to the same time last year, it was just 34%. So total available stock has now recovered, being just 13% down in Great Britain compared to pre-COVID levels. And on the rental world as well, great rental demand. Asking rents outside of London hitting a record £845 per month, up 3.4% on the same time last year, and record rental demand from inquiries from agents. We can absolutely verify all of that information. There is no doubt the market is absolutely booming. That pent-up demand that we saw coming into 2020 is definitely there now. But a really interesting story I also read about is what does that mean for millennials? And depressingly, in a recent survey, over half of millennials questioned felt they would never be home owners. The research found that millennials approaching 40, 50% were still renting, hadn't been able to afford to get on the housing market. And that has huge implications for them. The reality is that when we buy our own home, by the time we reach retirement, we've probably repaid our mortgage. So we're living in our home effectively cost-free. But for those renters, they've still got to pay rent. That rent will rise. As I've just said, their rental price is going up. Their income will become static, but they've still got to fork out quite high for rentals. So this report estimated that will cost them an extra £300,000 over their lifetime to not be a homeowner. So lots of arguments there. If you can use any help you can to get on the property market ladder. First-time buyers feeling a little bit nervous at the moment still, but there's definitely no doubt in my mind that just jumping on, very difficult to time the market. You'll have to wait for a forced sale to get a real deal. So if you're thinking of buying, just jump on and just stay on that ladder. Mortgages, really encouraging. A lot of lenders returning back at the 90% loan to value rate, which is really encouraging for the first time buyers. That was the biggest issue post-lockdown, was the lenders were not prepared to go over 85%, and only a few at that. Pre-lockdown, we were up at 95% loan to value mortgages. So that's great news and shows that the lenders are becoming more confident with their mortgage amounts. Why were they lending less? Quite simply, if the property market took a downturn and property prices dropped, and if that particular mortgagee could not pay their mortgage and they had to repossess, they'd be worried about the value of their asset that they're secured against. So when the lenders start to return to the market with high loan to values, they are the most cautious of us all because they look at short-term risk as opposed to, I think, anyone who's buying will buy for the longer term, be less worried about short-term price volatility. So great sign there from the lenders as well. So it's all looking great, manically busy, unbelievably so. I can't begin to describe how busy it is, certainly from valuations my end, so all looking good. And on that note of valuations and new properties coming to market, three great ones that I want to bring to your attention. I've got a lovely family 4-bed detached house, a stone's throw from the coveted Claremont Primary School, set down a no-through road just off Camden Hill. It's got 4 bedrooms. It's had a fabulous extension. The current owners did an architecturally designed extension to it, created an extra 750 square feet of reception space and more bedroom space upstairs. So it's a really, really great addition. They've converted the loft. 1.3 million for that property in a fabulous location. Luxford Cottage, a gorgeous little 2-bedroom cottage out at Greenbridge. Lovely views to the front, exquisitely presented, really cute courtyard garden, Lovely elevated position, 325,000 guide price for that. And a sneak peek for you, I've got a gem of a plot. If you're thinking you'd like to build your own home and you'd like to live on probably the most coveted road in the town where plots are very, very scarce, it's a good 1 acre plot, south facing. Do give me a call. It's not going to be the cheapest plot out there. You've got to have well over £1 million to secure this one just for the plot, but it's worth it all day long. So if any of those are interested, give us a call. Stay well, stay healthy, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye.